Now that the Pokemon Go Max Finale event is here and many players have unlocked the new Pokemon Eternatus, it's natural to ask, what's next? How should we spend those hard-earned candies to best utilize Eternatus' strengths? My name is Antarcticuno, otherwise known as the Dynamax Doctor, and in today's segment that I'm calling A Second Opinion, I'll aim to explore some of these questions at length. Before we jump in though, if videos exploring the inner mechanics of Dynamax and Gigantamax battles interests you, please consider subscribing down below. Eternatus, and more specifically in this case, its non-Eternamax form, is first and foremost an exciting addition to the Dynamax format. When it comes to Dragon-type attackers, you really only have a few options to pick from, notably being Charizard with Dragon Breath and the Eon Twins. As we'll discuss further in today's video, Eternatus has quite a few noteworthy features that give it a new and compelling niche, from its offensive prowess to its supportive tendencies as well. We can't avoid the giant elephant in the room, of course, being the unprecedented scale of resources needed to power it up. With over 10,000 candy of each type required to fully power up Eternatus, the importance of truly analyzing what Eternatus is good at versus what it isn't becomes even more essential for us to make informed decisions about what to power up and in what sequence, especially when most players are unlikely to meet the full requirements candy-wise to power up every part of Eternatus. First, let's take a look at Eternatus as an attacker. For this, I'd like to draw attention to two Pokemon in particular, one that exists in Pokemon Go today, and one that is yet to be released. Rayquaza is a top-tier Dragon-type attacker in Pokemon Go, boasting a tremendous attacking stat of 284. Duraludon, on the other hand, is a Pokemon yet to be released in Pokemon Go, but does sport a future Gigantamax form capable of unleashing powerful Dragon-type attacks using the G-Max power scale. Put together, we find Eternatus, who only trails Rayquaza by a few stat points, while also featuring the max move Dynamax Cannon, which is rated on the Gigantamax power scale. In other words, Eternatus essentially combines the strength of a Rayquaza tier dragon with the highest currently available max move. This means Eternatus operates as a stellar attacker, able to outclass all available dragon Pokemon in the format like Latios, or even Duraludon when it makes its way into Pokemon Go. As a tank, Eternatus doesn't seem to quite measure up. It trails the Dragon-type Pokemon Latios by about 10 points in its defense, making it a bit more frail when making the comparison. If you were to use Eternatus as a tank, it seems its strength would lie in its fairly unique typing of Poison and Dragon. This type combination is only afforded to a few Pokemon in the game and offers a lot of resistances to common attacking types, like Grass, Fire, Water, or Electric. This arguably makes tanking, and by extension, Max Guard, a relatively poor investment choice for Eternatus. I would personally skip on this capacity unless you really want to go the distance on Eternatus. Healing, though, is where Eternatus shines surprisingly well. With a stamina stat of 268, it is comparable to the likes of Lapras, a former Titan in the healing game. When powering up Max Spirit, the amount that a Pokemon heals is based on the Pokemon's total available HP. At level 1, this percentage is 8%, at level 2, 12%, and level 3, 16%. So this stamina stat difference between Eternatus and Lapras boils down to roughly the same amount of HP they can offer. On first glance, such a terrifying Pokemon would seem like an odd choice for a cleric, but the numbers don't lie. Use Eternatus for Max Spirit if you need it to fill a secondary role. This brings us to the advice section of today's video. Based on the breakdown of Eternatus' stats, it seems like a natural strategy can emerge for choosing how to power up your Eternatus. First, power up Dynamax Cannon, as the boost per rank in this max move can increase the amount of damage Eternatus can deal much faster than powering up its CP alone. Then, power up its CP to further compound the damage on that max move. Choosing CP next also provides the secondary benefit for Max Spirit, as you will need to increase Eternatus' HP stat as much as possible to get the maximum value out of the Max Spirit move. Finally, if you happen to be one of the select few players who has thousands of candy to spare, you could invest in Max Guard, keeping in mind that Eternatus' shield strength will hinge strongly on the type matchup rather than sheer bulk, like in the case of a Pokemon like Zamazenta. I hope you found today's second opinion on Eternatus' skill set useful. If you learned something or found something surprising in today's video, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it. Till next time,